Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. We are going to learn about the life of Donald Trump. This is a simple and easy to follow biography, perfect for practicing your English listening skills. Let's get started. Donald Trump was born on June 14th, 1946, in Queens, New York City. His full name is Donald John Trump. He was born into a large family. His father's name was Fred Trump, and he was a very successful businessman who built houses in New York. Donald's mother's name was Mary MacLeod Trump, and she was from Scotland. Donald had 4 siblings. He was the 4th child in the family. His siblings were Mary Ann, Fred Jr., Elizabeth, and Robert. Donald grew up in a wealthy family, but he was also taught to work hard. As a child, Donald Trump went to Kew Forest School. Later, he attended a military school called the New York Military Academy because his father wanted him to learn discipline and become a strong person. After that, Donald studied at Fordham University in New York for 2 years. Then, he transferred to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, a famous business school. He graduated with a degree in economics in 1968. After finishing school, Donald Trump started working in his father's business, the Trump Organization. He was given the job of running the business and building new things. Donald's father had already made a lot of money by building houses, so Donald used that money to grow the business. In the 1970s, Donald Trump worked on his first big project. He helped develop the Commodore Hotel in New York, which was later renamed the Grand Hyatt Hotel. This project made Donald Trump very famous. People now saw him as a successful businessman. In the 1980s, Donald Trump started building more famous buildings. He built Trump Tower, a huge skyscraper in New York City, which became one of the most famous buildings in the world. Donald also bought casinos in Atlantic City and made a lot of money. At this time, Donald Trump wasn't just known for his business, but also for his style. He appeared on TV and in magazines. People saw him as a rich and powerful person. His famous line, "You're fired," from the TV show The Apprentice, made him even more well-known. Donald Trump's life is not just about business. He has also been married 3 times and has many children. Let's talk about his family. Marriage 1. Ivana Trump. In 1977, Donald Trump married Ivana Zelníková, a woman from Czechoslovakia, now the Czech Republic. Ivana was a model and helped Donald with his business. Together, they had 3 children. Donald Trump Jr., born in 1977, Ivanka Trump, born in 1981, and Eric Trump, born in 1984. However, after 15 years of marriage, Donald and Ivana got divorced in 1992. Even though they separated, they stayed close to take care of their children. Marriage 2, Marla Maples. In 1993, Donald Trump married Marla Maples, an actress. They had 1 daughter together named Tiffany Trump, who was born in 1993. Sadly, their marriage didn't last long. Donald and Marla divorced in 1999. Marriage 3, Melania Trump. In 2005, Donald Trump married Melania Knaus, a model from Slovenia. Melania is Donald's third wife. Together they had one son, Barron Trump, who was born in 2006. Barron is the youngest of Donald Trump's children. Donald Trump has 5 children. Donald Trump Jr., he works with his father in the Trump business. Ivanka Trump, she worked as an advisor to her father when he was president. She's married to Jared Kushner, and they have children. Eric Trump, he also works in the Trump business and is married with children. Tiffany Trump, she is Donald's daughter with Marla Maples and is studying law. Barron Trump, he is Donald's youngest child and is still in school. Donald Trump is also a grandfather, as his children have their own families and children. Donald Trump has many grandchildren, and he enjoys spending time with his family. His life is full of business success. After finishing school and working with his father, he started building his own empire. In the 1970s, Donald Trump began working on big projects. His first major project was a hotel called the Commodore Hotel in New York City. At first, the hotel was not doing well, but Donald worked hard to improve it. He helped turn it into something famous. The hotel was renamed the Grand Hyatt Hotel, and it became Donald Trump's first big success in New York. This project made him well known in the business world. In 1983, Donald built the famous Trump Tower in New York City. It was one of the tallest buildings in the city and became one of his greatest successes. Trump Tower is unique because it has both offices and luxury apartments. The building became a symbol of Donald Trump's success. People started seeing his name everywhere in the city, and his fame continued to grow. In the 1980s, Donald Trump also began buying casinos and hotels in Atlantic City. Atlantic City is a place known for its casinos, and Donald wanted to be a part of it. He bought a massive casino called the Trump Taj Mahal. When it opened, it was the largest casino in the world. When it opened in 1990, even though the Trump Taj Mahal was a big casino, it didn't make enough money at first. Donald faced many challenges, but he kept working hard to keep his business alive. Donald Trump didn't stop with buildings and casinos. He wanted his name to become famous everywhere. In the 1990s, he started appearing on TV, and people saw him on shows and in magazines. His big personality made him a well-known figure. He became famous for being rich, powerful, and successful. In 2004, he began hosting a very popular reality TV show called The Apprentice. On the show, he became famous for saying, "You're fired," to people who didn't perform well. This catchphrase made him even more popular, and millions of people watched him every week. Donald Trump ran a company called the Trump Organization. It included many businesses, such as hotels, casinos, golf courses, and more. Over time, he used his name to create famous places all over the world. Trump Towers, buildings with his name on them, became symbols of his success. He also opened golf courses in many countries, which became very popular with golf lovers. Donald Trump's name became a brand that people recognized. Even though Donald became very successful, not everything went perfectly. In the 1990s, he had some financial problems, and some of his casinos and hotels were losing money. He had to work hard to fix the problems and keep his company running. At one point, he owed a lot of money to the banks, but Donald never gave up. He worked hard, solved the problems, and made his business successful again. By the 2000s, Donald Trump became known not only as a businessman, but also as someone interested in politics. He often talked about running for president, but never took that step until much later. In 2015, Donald Trump made a big decision. He announced that he was going to run for president of the United States. Many people were surprised because he had never been involved in politics before, but Donald Trump was confident. He believed his business experience would help him lead the country. During his campaign, he promised to make America great again. He talked about creating more jobs, building a wall to stop illegal immigration, and being tough on trade with other countries. In 2016, Donald Trump shocked the world by winning the presidential election. He ran against Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State. Many people thought Hillary Clinton would win, but Donald Trump won the Electoral College and became the 45th President of the United States. Donald Trump served as president from January 20, 2017 to January 20, 2021. Here are some of the big things Donald Trump did during his time as president. One economy, Donald Trump focused on making the economy stronger. He lowered taxes for businesses, believing it would help create more jobs. Many people liked his ideas, and the economy grew during his first few years in office. To immigration, one of his biggest promises was to build a wall between the United States and Mexico. The goal was to stop illegal immigration, and it became one of the main issues of his presidency. 3. Foreign relations. Donald Trump worked on making deals with countries like North Korea, China, and Russia. He met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to try to stop the creation of nuclear weapons. For healthcare, Donald Trump tried to change the healthcare system. He wanted to make it cheaper and easier for people to get health insurance. However, it was a tough issue, and not all of his ideas passed. 5. Impeachment. In 2019, Donald Trump was impeached by the House of Representatives, meaning they said he did something wrong while in office. However, the Senate did not remove him from office, so he stayed president until the end of his term. In 2020, Donald Trump ran for a second term as president. He faced Joe Biden, a former vice president. Donald Trump worked hard, but Joe Biden won the election. After the election, Donald Trump and his supporters believed the election was unfair. Even though there was no evidence of cheating, this caused a lot of anger. On January 6, 2021, a riot happened at the U.S. Capitol. Some people tried to stop Congress from counting the votes that showed Joe Biden had won. It was a very serious and difficult time for the country. On January 20, 2021, Donald Trump left the White House. He did not attend Joe Biden's inauguration, the ceremony where the new president takes office. After leaving office, Donald Trump returned to his business life. He still owns many buildings, golf courses, and hotels. Even though he is no longer president, he still has a lot of supporters. Donald Trump has also talked about possibly running for president again in 2024. Some people are excited to see if he will run, while others want a new leader. Donald Trump is still a very well-known person. His businesses continue and he has many supporters around the world. His life has been full of ups and downs, from starting with nothing to becoming one of the most famous people in the world. No matter what people think about him, Donald Trump is always in the news. He has been a businessman, a TV star, and the President of the United States. He is a person who never gave up on his dreams, no matter how many challenges he faced. His story shows that with hard work and confidence, it is possible to achieve great things. Even after losing an election, he continues to influence the world.